A $4.3 billion submarine leaves the dock, slips beneath the surface, and the world loses track of it completely. No G.P.S. ping, no phone signal, no way out. Inside that sealed steel hull, 135 sailors are cut off from everything they know. The air is recycled, the lighting is artificial, and the ocean presses against the hull from every direction, hundreds of feet above their heads. Somewhere inside that darkness, the captain is already carrying all of it. He still has to eat, sleep, and make clear decisions every single hour. But down here, none of those things work the way they do on land. And the deeper the submarine goes, the harder every one of them becomes. So how does a human being actually hold it together? The moment the submarine submerges, the hatch seals, and outside air stops completely. From that point, CO2 scrubbers work around the clock, removing carbon dioxide from the air circulating through the vessel. The submarine generates its own drinking water using nuclear-powered reverse osmosis systems. Nothing comes in from outside. Everything the crew needs to survive, the boat produces on its own. The environment inside is not open or comfortable. Hallways are so narrow that two people have to turn sideways to pass each other. There are no windows. The lighting is artificial at all times, dim in sleeping areas and near daylight bright in working spaces. A constant mechanical hum runs through the walls without stopping, day after day, for the entire deployment. Here is what that does to a person. The brain depends on sunlight to track time. Sunrise signals the day is starting. Sunset signals it is ending. Underwater, neither exists. Time becomes unstable. And the captain is not just another person experiencing this. He is the one responsible for keeping every system on this boat running safely, with 135 lives, depending on that from the first second the submarine disappears. But the sealed environment is only the beginning, because the system the Navy built to replace natural time shapes everything that happens next, including how the captain actually sleeps. On land, sunlight tells your body where you are in the day. Underwater, that system is gone. The Navy replaced it with a strict rotation. The modern watch schedule divides every 24 hours into 3 equal blocks. 8 hours on watch, 8 hours for maintenance and training, and 8 hours for sleep. Then the cycle repeats. Someone is always on duty. The submarine never stops operating. There is no morning. There is no night. A sailor whose watch begins at 3 a.m. is starting his day. A sailor going to sleep at noon is simply following his rotation. The 18-hour schedule used for decades caused chronic sleep deprivation, and the Navy eventually admitted it. The newer 24-hour aligned schedule was introduced after 2014, when experts confirmed the old system was quietly damaging crew performance. The captain does not follow a fixed rotation like the rest of the crew. His executive officer covers different watch periods and handles routine operations. But the captain is never fully off, always reachable, always one call away from being pulled out of whatever rest he managed to find. This system controls when people sleep, when they eat, and how the entire boat operates, day after day. But here is what the schedule does not show. Even with a system specifically designed to protect sleep, the captain is getting far less of it than anyone on land would expect. And what actually happens during those hours changes everything. A 2024 study from the Naval Submarine Medical Research Laboratory tracked 58 submariners over 30 days at sea using wrist monitors. The result was an average of 6.62 hours of actual sleep per day. Not 8, 6 hours and 37 minutes. And that is the crew average. The captain's sleep is more fragmented than that. He has no fixed sleep window, a sonar contact, a reactor warning, a sudden change in orders from fleet command. Any one of these pulls him out of a bunk immediately. There is no recovering those hours. When he returns to his stateroom, the same pressure is already waiting. Food is loaded before the submarine leaves port. Roughly 15,000 pounds of supplies are packed into every available space, including under floor panels and along passageways. Fresh food lasts 2 to 3 weeks. After that, the crew transitions to frozen and canned goods. 4 meals are served daily to fit each watch rotation. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight rations for sailors beginning their shift at 11 p.m. People eat when their shift allows, not based on hunger or personal preference. The captain eats the same food as his crew. No separate menu. no special rations. That is a deliberate tradition in the submarine force. The sacrifice is shared equally. If you respect what these men carry every single day, type "proud" in the comments right now. But the part most people never think about is what the captain is actually doing between those meals and those interrupted sleep periods, because that is where the full weight of this job finally becomes visible. The captain's work centers on the control room. This is where the submarine is navigated, where sonar contacts are tracked, and where every major decision originates. Department heads manage engineering, weapons, navigation, and operations, but every significant decision runs through the captain. Every failure reflects on him directly, whether he made the call personally or not. The submarine is always moving. Decisions are not made occasionally, they are made continuously. If sonar picks up an unknown contact, the captain determines how to respond. If the boat needs to change course to avoid a collision, he approves it. If a warning surfaces from the reactor plant, he is notified immediately. Information underwater is sometimes limited and delayed. Decisions still have to be made with whatever is available at that moment. No one overrides the commanding officer beneath the surface. He is the final authority. The commanding officer of the USS Hampton was relieved of command after his crew skipped required daily nuclear reactor safety checks for over a month and falsified records to cover it up. He did not personally falsify those records. It did not matter. His oversight failed and his command ended. That is what accountability looks like at this level. And this is where things get interesting. Because carrying all of this every day on broken sleep inside the same sealed environment builds a specific kind of pressure. The kind the human brain was never designed to carry quietly. No sunlight for months. The same narrow hallways every day. The same recycled air and machine hum. Families receive short text messages across an entire deployment and nothing else. A video call home is essentially impossible. A phone call is rare. Isolation compounds steadily. Submariners average less than 7 hours of sleep per day, even on an improved schedule, and that deficit builds across months. The psychological weight accumulates without any outlet. The captain carries more than his own mental condition. He authorizes the Steel Beach picnic when the submarine surfaces mid-patrol, a brief moment where the crew eats in real sunlight. He marks halfway night at the midpoint of the deployment, a rare evening where rank steps back. These are not small gestures. They are calculated decisions by someone who understands that morale underwater does not sustain itself. Structure is what keeps everything functioning. Strict routines, clear roles, and 2 decades of training. The captain stays in control not because conditions allow it. He stays in control because 135 people give him no other option. Every day, 600 feet beneath the surface, that is exactly what he does.